There comes a moment in every man's life when the world goes silent and all you can hear is the weight of who you could have been pressing against who you are right now. That moment hurts. It breaks you, but it also wakes you up because deep inside, you know you were never born to be average. You were never meant to blend in, fade out, or live a life built on excuses. You were built for more, much more. Life is going to test you, betray you, humiliate you, strip you down to nothing, and then ask you who you are. That answer isn't spoken, it's proven. Every morning you rise, every sacrifice you make, every comfort you reject, every battle you refuse to run from. This is how you become the man you were meant to be. Stop waiting for the world to hand you the life you dream of. It won't. You must fight for it, bleed for it, outwork your old self for it. If you want a stronger future, bury your weaker past. If you want a powerful life, kill your excuses. This is your reminder, fight for more, because the world does not respect the man who settles. It respects the man who transforms. Greatness begins the moment comfort ends. Most people hear this and nod, but very few understand the depth of what it truly means. Comfort is the silent killer of potential. It seduces you, convinces you everything is fine, and slowly drains the fire from your soul. It wraps around your life like a soft blanket, warm enough to keep you still, but tight enough to keep you trapped. Every man who has ever risen above the ordinary has done so by stepping into discomfort willingly, consistently, and relentlessly. The separation between the man you are and the man you want to become is built entirely out of uncomfortable decisions. Greatness is not built on motivation, but on the willingness to walk into situations that stretch you, expose your weaknesses, and demand more effort than you want to give. When you wake up early while your body begs for more sleep, that's the birthplace of greatness. When you push through the final reps, even though your muscles scream for mercy, that's the birthplace of greatness. When you face problems you could easily avoid, but choose to confront them, that is where strength is born. Comfort weakens you because it gives you nothing to struggle against. You cannot become sharp without resistance, just like a blade cannot be forged without fire. Growth is uncomfortable. Discipline is uncomfortable. Honesty with yourself is uncomfortable. And this is why most men never rise beyond mediocrity. They run from discomfort as if it is a threat, when in reality it is the exact thing capable of transforming them. The life you dream of demands you give up the life you're settling for, and that exchange only happens outside the boundaries of comfort. You must force yourself into places where you are not good enough yet, where you feel the pressure to improve, where failure is possible and success is earned. Every moment of discomfort becomes a brick in the foundation of your character. Every challenge you choose to face willingly becomes proof that you are no longer controlled by your excuses. Greatness does not appear suddenly. It grows slowly inside a man who repeatedly chooses difficulty over ease. Look at any man who commands respect, and you'll see a pattern. He stopped giving comfort a vote a long time ago. He understood that comfort may feel good in the moment, but it destroys you in the long term. He realized his destiny depended on his tolerance for discomfort. And the truth is simple. The more discomfort you can endure, the more success you can build. The world rewards the man who can suffer longer, focus sharper, and refuse to escape into easy distractions. When you commit to stepping outside your comfort zone daily, your mind hardens, your discipline sharpens, and you begin to walk with the confidence of a man who understands his own power. You start trusting yourself because you prove through your actions that you can do difficult things. Most people live their entire lives inside a cage built from their own comfort. They never take risks, never push themselves, never demand more from their existence. Then they wonder why life feels stagnant, dull, unsatisfying. You must choose a different path. You must make discomfort your companion, not your enemy. You must understand that pain is temporary, but weakness, if left unchecked, stays forever. Greatness is not something you find. It is something you forge, and you forge it every time you choose the harder option, every time you walk the path that forces you to grow, every time you silence the voice inside your head begging you to quit. So if you want a life that means something, step into the fire willingly. Let struggle refine you. Let discipline guide you. Let discomfort build you into a man capable of carrying a heavier future. Because greatness is not waiting for you in the comfort zone. It is waiting just outside it. And it will only reveal itself to the man brave enough to step forward. Your future is built by discipline, not dreams. Anyone can dream. Anyone can imagine a better life. Anyone can sit in silence and picture themselves stronger, richer, more respected, more powerful. But none of that becomes real without the uncomfortable, repetitive, unglamorous discipline required to make it happen. Dreams are easy. Discipline is war. And the truth most people run from is this: the man you become is shaped entirely by the actions you repeat, not the fantasies you admire. You can dream all day, but if your habits are weak, your future will be too. Discipline is the force that drags you out of bed when your mind begs for comfort. It's the voice that orders you to keep going when your emotions want to quit. It's the structure that carries you through days when motivation disappears. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the engine. Without discipline, your goals will always remain just out of reach, like a horizon you keep moving toward but never touch. Discipline transforms, maybe one day, into today I start. Discipline converts intentions into actions, actions into habits, and habits into identity. Every disciplined choice you make is a vote for the man you want to be. Every undisciplined moment is a vote for the man you are trying to leave behind. Life does not reward the dreamers. It rewards the men who are willing to live the same hard routine every single day, even when nobody is watching, even when nobody claps, even when the results are invisible at first. Discipline is lonely. Discipline is repetitive. Discipline is quiet. But that is why it works. The world is full of men who talk loudly about changing their lives, but live softly, choosing comfort at every turn. Discipline requires sacrifice. It demands the death of your old habits, your old excuses, your old weaknesses. It forces you to confront the parts of yourself you'd rather ignore. It is an internal battle fought daily, often hourly, between who you are and who you know you could be. And if you lose that battle repeatedly, your future shrinks, your potential fades, your dreams rot inside you because you weren't willing to build the structure required to support them. When you build discipline, you build power. Real power, the kind that can't be taken, the kind that doesn't disappear when life becomes difficult. Discipline turns chaos into direction. It gives you control over your time, your actions, your mindset. When you obey your discipline, you stop being a slave to your emotions. Most people spend their entire lives chained to feelings, tired so they don't work, bored so they don't start, scared so they don't try. Discipline breaks those chains. It tells you that your feelings do not get to dictate your results. It tells you that progress is not optional. It tells you that the mission matters more than the mood. The future belongs to the man who can lock in regardless of how he feels. Because the man who can work without motivation will always outperform the man who works only when he's inspired. It's easy to be disciplined on the good days. Anyone can do that. The real difference is made on the days when everything inside you screams to stop. The days when your body is tired, your mind is foggy, your willpower is low. That is where discipline earns its value. That is where character is built. That is where success is decided. Every time you push yourself when you don't feel like it, you are carving strength into your identity. You are conditioning your mind to obey your purpose instead of your excuses. You are proving to yourself that you are not weak, not average, not soft. You are someone who follows through. Discipline compounds. A single week may show nothing. A month may show little. But 6 months of discipline will transform your body, your mindset, your confidence, your income, your entire life. A year of discipline will make you unrecognizable. The future version of you is shaped by what you consistently choose today. And that future can be powerful or pathetic, depending entirely on your discipline. You must understand that dreaming is only the spark. It is the beginning, not the end. Dreaming gives you direction, but discipline gives you destination. If you rely on dreams alone, you will die with potential. If you rely on discipline, you will die with results. Discipline does not care about how big your dreams are. Discipline cares about how you act when nobody is watching, how you behave on your worst days, how you respond to setbacks, failures, distractions, temptations. Discipline is the test that separates men who wish from men who win. Your future self is waiting for you, but he can only appear if you build him with consistency, sacrifice, and unwavering discipline. The man you want to be is not created by fantasies. He is created by the boring, difficult, daily decisions that most people are too weak to make. So if you want a stronger future, stop dreaming about it and start disciplining yourself into it. Pain is the tuition you pay for power, and every man who has ever risen above his circumstances has learned this truth the hard way. Pain is not your enemy, it is your instructor. It shapes you, carves you, refines you, and forces you to become someone stronger than the weaker version of yourself that existed yesterday. Most people spend their lives running from pain, running from failure, rejection, pressure, responsibility, challenges, and anything that threatens their comfort. But here's the reality few are willing to face. You cannot build a powerful life while avoiding the very experiences that create strength. Pain is the price. Pain is the cost. Pain is the unavoidable toll you must pay on the road to becoming a man capable of carrying greatness. Every time life hits you, it is presenting you with a choice. You can break or you can build. You can surrender or you can sharpen. Pain does not choose what you become, you do. Some men fall apart under pressure, collapsing into excuses and weakness. But the ones who rise, they are the men who take that pain, absorb it, and convert it into discipline, hunger, and focus. They do not fear pain because they know it is the raw material of strength. Imagine steel. It becomes strong only after surviving fire, heat, and relentless pounding. You are no different. If you avoid the fire, you remain soft. If you avoid the pressure, you remain unformed. If you avoid the struggle, you remain ordinary. Pain teaches you things comfort never will. It reveals what you truly care about. It exposes your weaknesses so you can eliminate them. It strips away illusions, forcing you to face exactly who you are without distractions or lies. Pain shows you the truth about yourself, your discipline, your courage, your priorities, your limits. And when you face pain with intention and determination, you expand those limits. You become capable of more. You step into a version of yourself that is more powerful, more grounded, and more unbreakable. There is a reason why the most disciplined, respected, and capable men have endured the most. They learned through pain that strength isn't given, it's earned. They understood that every setback carries a lesson, every loss carries a message, every heartbreak carries a transformation. Pain forces you to grow because it leaves you with no choice. When life becomes difficult, you either rise or you collapse. And once you rise, you carry that strength forward forever. Think about the worst moments of your life, the betrayals, failures, losses, humiliations, lonely nights, heavy days, silent battles. As painful as they were, they changed you. They taught you resilience. They forced you to see who you can rely on. They burned away your illusions about others and yourself. They sharpened your instincts, your awareness, your ambition. They taught you that you can endure more than you thought. They prepared you for the next challenges in ways you didn't understand at the time. Pain is never wasted when you choose to learn from it. It becomes your power source. Powerful men understand that pain is an investment. They don't avoid difficult tasks, they seek them. They don't fear adversity, they embrace it as training. They don't complain about challenges, they use them as stepping stones. Pain is the gym where mental toughness is built. Pain is the classroom where discipline is taught. Pain is the battlefield where courage is formed. Without pain, you cannot build a meaningful life because meaning requires sacrifice. And sacrifice always comes with discomfort. The truth is simple. The man who avoids pain avoids growth. He avoids discomfort, so he avoids progress. He clings to ease, so he never develops strength. He stays in the same place year after year, wondering why nothing changes, unaware that he is the reason. You cannot hide from pain and expect to become powerful. You cannot pursue comfort and expect to build resilience. Life will test you whether you want it to or not, so you may as well choose to face the tests on your terms. Pain is not something to fear. Pain is something to use. When you feel it, you must remind yourself that you are accumulating experience, sharpening your mind, hardening your spirit. Every painful situation becomes another layer of armor. Every challenge you face willingly becomes another piece of power you carry into the future. Pain prepares you for responsibility. It prepares you for leadership. It prepares you to carry the weight of your own life. You must train yourself to become the type of man who does not break under pressure, because pressure is not going away. Challenges are not going away. Uncertainty is not going away. But you can become the kind of person who thrives in difficulty instead of shrinking from it. You must learn to see pain as the signal that you are on the path of growth. Pain means you are changing. Pain means you are leveling up. Pain means you are forging yourself into someone stronger than you were before. Every great story has chapters written in suffering. Every strong man has memories that hurt to remember. Every powerful life was built through moments that felt impossible. You are not an exception. If you want a life that commands respect, you must pay the price that respect requires. And the price is pain. But the reward is strength, discipline, courage, and unshakable power, qualities that cannot be bought, borrowed, or faked. They must be earned through hardship. Pain is the tuition you pay for power, and the man willing to pay it becomes unstoppable. In the end, everything you desire, strength, confidence, respect, purpose, comes down to what you're willing to endure. Life does not hand power to the man who waits. It gives power to the man who refuses to quit, no matter how heavy the journey becomes. The pain you feel today is not punishment, it is preparation. It is shaping you for the battles ahead, forging you into someone capable of carrying a life far bigger than the one you have now. Most men run from the fire, but you are not most men. You step into it. You let it harden you. You let it refine you, because deep down you know that every challenge you face, every struggle you survive, is building a future version of you that is stronger, sharper, and far more powerful than the man you were yesterday. So rise one more time, push one more inch, fight one more round. Your destiny is not built in moments of ease, it is built in moments of resistance. And when you finally look back, you will realize the truth. Every scar made you stronger, every hardship made you wiser, and every bit of pain was the price you paid to become the man you were always meant to be.